Hello, welcome to Magical Maidens Jewelry Tutorials. Today it's gonna be something a little different, but as most of you know, I got a die cutting machine if you watched that video where I made the earrings with the die cutting machine. Okay, so here are some die cuts. I got a package of 30 because I had gotten the die cutting machine for my husband for my birthday, and he thought it came with die cuts, but it didn't. So to save money, I saw on Amazon like a pack of 30 different ones just so I can play around. Now some of them can be affordable and you can get them in a pack of 30, 20, 15, whatever. And you want to make sure they're compatible with your die cutting machine. Now most of them are. I have a Sizzix Big Shot, so most of them are, but I always make sure just in case. Okay. So what I'm making today is I'm mixing and matching and playing around here. And I used these two die cuts. And that's my cat. And then this one. Okay, so I was playing around, see how I wanted it. I cut out these two pieces, and you don't have to glue them, okay? You do have to glue a backing on this one. I am using cardstock because you don't want this all white. Okay, so I use these two, and they do have holes in the bottom and the top, but sometimes the bottom holes on the die cuts, as you can see, they're very small. I don't know if you're getting that. They're very small, and you might have to poke them out with a tack or a pin. Okay, and you also need like maybe a toothpick or one of these crafting tools to poke out what stays in, and I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so I did this, and then I took another one, and I'm going to do that. So they're all going to be lined up like this, okay, and then I cut out one of these because I liked it, and I'm going to put it all with that, and it's going to look like this. So now you just have to put a jump, so it's going to look like this. So you just have to put a jump ring through, and then your earring fish hook, and that's it. So to connect them. But on the back, you don't want this, so you have to cut out another one, and you do have to glue it to the back because this is cardstock. You can use material, but these don't really cut through because I have a thicker kind of matte material, rubber matte sort of thing, but it wouldn't cut through. So these aren't like the sharpest, you know, these aren't the sharpest die cuts, but they do the job on cardstock, and you can make nice earrings and other jewelry, okay? So I need to cut out another large black one. So I'm going to get my black cardstock out. Now I have different colors of cardstock. Okay. So here's my black cardstock. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to, because I don't want to waste the time, just cut, like make a cut. I'm trying to do it like this. I'm a lefty. So, because you don't want to waste all of your cardstock if you overcut, because all that other stuff is just going to be garbage. So there. Okay, now you don't have to make a backing for any of the other ones. But if you didn't want to do the other step and you wanted to do it like this, you could do that too. And originally that's what I was going to do. That looks nice, but I don't know. I kind of like layering a lot more like that. So that's what I'm going to do for this. So I'm going to put it with the cardstock facing this way and the die cut on here on my die cutter. So I'm going to show you that process. Here are the platforms you get, and you get an adapter as well, but I went through that. This doesn't come with it, but you can get it. It's a forgiving cutting mat, and it's a self-healing cutting mat or forgiving cutting mat. And they get a little warped sometimes. I'll show you what I do. So forgive me here. I'm going to put it here. And it's going to, then you have a hand crank. You can't really see my hand crank, so. And now I'm hand cranking it. Okay. And then you're going to hear some noise, like a crunching. That's normal. And you have to use a lot of force. So, in case you didn't see it. Now you want to go backwards, you can. Just push it in a little. So if you want to go backwards, you just have to push it in a little and then until it catches and then do it again. And I got my hand here. And then you want to hold this and then go forward again. Now you don't have to, but I do that to make sure that it's secure. Okay, I'm going to show you. You take it off. And then look, see? And this part might get stuck, and I do have my little tag. You can get a pin, and it might be hard to get off of your thing, but look for a piece and then take it off. Okay, so now I'm gonna, there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this all out of the way, and what I'm gonna do is take these pieces off and I'm gonna glue these together. Again, this is cardstock, it's pretty thick. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some E6000 jewelry glue and I'm going to spread it throughout. And not a lot. You want to be careful because it will ooze out. And if you got too much, you know, just kind of smooth it. Okay. So you see I don't have a lot. And you want to kind of get it towards the edge, but not too much to the edge because you don't want it to ooze out. So now keep a rag nearby. Spread it with either a stir stick or a toothpick. So now I'm going to take this top part and I'm going to line it up. And sometimes you can hold it up just so that you're getting the holes lined up. And go on both sides, make sure it's nice. And then you can go like this, put it and press it. Okay, now I didn't put too much, as you can see, and it didn't ooze. So now you can typically just wait for it to dry. Now E6000 glue takes 24 hours to fully cure, but in 10 or 20 minutes, usually 20 minutes, it's not going to go anywhere. Because otherwise, if you mess with it, this might slide. And then it's everywhere, okay? So you want to make sure that it's even. Your cardstock looks nice on both sides. And you're not getting, you know, a lot of the see-through, okay? So make sure it's good. Now what you want to do, after you waited about 20-30 minutes for the glue to dry, or at least 10 minutes, you're going to line up this piece with the hole, and this piece with the hole, and this piece with the hole, okay? And then you want to get a jump ring and some earring fish hooks. So I'm looking for my jump rings and my earring fish hooks. So here, and my jewelry working tools. And I'm going to make one earring and then I'll come back with the set. So now you're going to put them all, once this is dry, you're going to put them all on a jump ring. You want a jump ring big enough to fit all of your pieces. That layer. Then this layer. Then your third layer. Then your third layer. And last, your fourth and last layer. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close the jump ring. Now you can use a smaller one, but I wanted to use one that would close and that would wrap around it easy without me struggling. So, and there you go. Now you can glue these certainly if you didn't want them moving around, but I kind of like the movement that it's going to go. You can glue each layer. But now for the last piece is your earring fish hook. Now I realize this is going on the side, but I'm going to show you a trick. Instead, you could add another jump ring if you want, if that's important to you to add another jump ring. But if you don't want to have it hang that low, you just take this and you put that on the side, and then you just turn your earring fish hook so that it's facing the back. And there you go. There's your earring. So I'm going to make the matching pair and I will be back. So these are finished. This is what they look like, completely done. Here you go. And only glued the front and back of the bottom layer black one. And again, you can glue this or you can leave them so they can move around and dangle. I'm going to move this right here so you can get a better look. So that's it. This is how they're going to look when you're finished. Again, if you want them to stay still, you can glue each layer. But get yourself a die cutting and remember to look below for the link for the die cuts if you're interested. Thanks for watching.